This team is mid at best. Look at that move.
Fans live for games like this one.
Here we go.
They're showing great vision.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. And here's Young. Last game with 30. Here's Daniels. Over to the left wing. 5 on the clock. Portland with a rebound. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
Hey, their activity on defense was terrific. It was just full effort at that end of the floor and a bunch of blocks to show for it.
Well, they did have some impressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
Here's JAZZY-J. 20 points for him last game against the Wizards in Washington. Outside Young. Will it go? Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
It's a three-pointer. Jay's got 15 points.
I just... Love the ball movement.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the Knicks. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
You know, right now for Portland, they've really lived up to the hype surrounding them this year, proving they're at the absolute top of their game.
It's stolen by Henderson. Pass to Jay. Lets it fly. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. He's got 17.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Outside Johnson. Now here's Okongwu. Young from long range. The rebound by Jay.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Daniels using that vision.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So for the Blazers, DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Kamara comes in for Walker, and it's DeAndre Hunter in for Prince. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Jay, in the last matchup against the Magic was tremendous. He picked up 54 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
And he makes the first. We'll stand, he was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
And it's Jay missing. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Here's Jay. Drains the triple. Jay's got 25 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Bufkin, defended by Henderson. Bufkin, no good. Trailblazers lead by 17. Pass to Henderson. Here's Jay. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Good if it goes. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers out in front by 19 going into the break. And then great. Big group substitution here for Atlanta. Okongwu's checked in for Jovic. Johnson comes in for Niang. Risache, he's checked in for Krejci. And Daniels is subbed in for Young. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Pass to Beasley. Takes it inside. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Access there denied by DeAndre Ayton.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Jabari Walker is out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Prince. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Jay in at the 3 spot. To the inside. Here's Okongwu. And no good. The dry spell continues. Here's the 3. And that one's good. Jay's got 30.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And the shot goes in. Daniels has got his second bucket on the night.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Pass to Okongwu. 24 seconds left to play in the second quarter. The 3 from Risache. Unable to get that one.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Jay. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Risache. And he can't get that one.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And so it's Portland. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Hey there, everybody. With the All-Star break on the horizon, let's first have a look at the players vying for a spot in the three-point contest. Looks like it's really coming together. Kenny, any advice for the potential participants?
Well, you try to stay loose, don't get in your own head, and pretend it's all practice shots.
And my advice is don't take advice from someone who didn't win the contest.
Hey, I didn't win, but I made a lot of money in it.
And switching gears now to that first half, what a difficult start for the Atlanta Hawks.
Their perimeter D has been soft like bathroom tissue. No excuses, can't give up that many open shots and get away with it.
Their D being treated like bathroom tissue. No mercy. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And with the second half upon us. We'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Ricochet in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Young can't hit.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Knocks down the long Jay. Jay's got 39.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
There's Young with the 3. He drops it from range.
Well, anytime you want a three-point shooting competition, Young is up for it.
Pass to Jay. There's the 3. He got it again. Sensational.
He's had it locked on automatic. I mean, the points are just coming so easily.
And, in fact, he's tied for the third most career 40-point games. This game is one for the record books.
And to stand alongside the legendary Kobe Bryant, a spectacular feat, one I'm sure he'll cherish for a very long time.
Just 4 to shoot. The three from JAZZY-J. Got a piece of it. And it's the Trailblazers on the break.
And that'll fire up your team. Great defensive play at one end and instant offense at the other.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
Pass to Prince, and here's Walker. Here's Jay. Yes, great play by Walker to set it up. Jay's got 47 points.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Young misses.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by. In the second half. They need this. And JAZZY-J, the bucket on the assist from Young.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Pass to Jay. Lets the three fly. And again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Here's Daniels. Now here's Okongwu. Here's JAZZY-J. Portland with a rebound. Walker's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Jay. The three is up. Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely looking to shoot as much as possible. Here's JAZZY-J. Outside Johnson. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
The shot. Hits yet again. Wow!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. And JAZZY-J gets it to go. JAZZY-J's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Here's Jay. Oh, connects again.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. And there's the lob. Stolen by Wembanyama. Now the Blazers on the move. Jay, the pass to Prince. Outside Walker. Here's Jay. Pass to Prince. Here's Jay. Another bucket. Wow.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. Now here's Young. 6 points for him. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Okongwu. Here's Daniels. The three from JAZZY-J. Walker pulls down the board. Walker's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And it's Jay missing.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things.
Checked in for Krejci.
Always, coach.
All right, get.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Young, the pass to Jovic. Niang outside. Here's Jovic. Puts it up. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Jay's got 7 rebounds in the game. Taking a look at the Trailblazers. They've got DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Jay in at the point.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Back to Niang. Oh, got a piece of it. Now the Blazers moving it up. And got it. Another basket.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Jovic. Johnson comes in for Niang. And it's JAZZY-J in for Beasley. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, his 2nd since halftime.
Grant outside, out to the wing. Here's Jay, and it's good. He hits another one.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. Daniels passes to Johnson. Now Young. And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs, not a major risk for injury, it seems.
Well, you know, Brian, I had a player that I greatly respected tell me that his preference would be to play 41 back-to-backs during the year. because then you get 2 days off in between games. That really what was harder was playing every other day and never getting a break of a couple of days. So, look, you have to play through a lot of different situations and things, but I think back-to-backs are certainly overestimated.
Interesting. Something to consider for sure. Grant, the pass to Jay. Back to Grant. Fires for three. And that one's good. Jay.
Yeah, nice dish there by Grant. Playing unselfishly and putting the team ahead of himself. Safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Trailblazers.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And this result tonight, it gets them to 44 wins on the year.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jay.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Deflected! Here's Jay, covered by Johnson. Pass to Dennis. Here's Jay. Unloads. Another one falls. Amazing.
Incredible. 81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire. Young can't hit.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Pass to Daniels. Young with it. So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Good game, FP.
That's a solid team out there. You guys will have to bring it.
The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
And a little glimpse, a little feel of basketball fever. These fans are feeling it. You know, Greg, neither of these teams are at full health here. Both. Contending with injury.
Yeah, and it's a shame, really. You always want to see teams at full strength, but there's no asterisk because this game's going to count just the same.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. John Collins is out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Jokic in at the center position. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board.
Kick it out! Kick it out!
Here's Murray. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Scoot Henderson.
Jamal Murray at his size, the one impressive thing that stands out to me is that he will willingly go right at the defense.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Now Collins. After the missed 3 from Jay, here's Jokic. He's off on that one. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Prince's shot is good.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Pass to Brown. And here's Collins from outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They beat the Nuggets during their last encounter in Denver.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts. How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. Now the obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And here is Murray following the 3 from Jay to end the run. He can't get that one. Good defense by Wembanyama. Here's Jay. The shot's good on the assist by Prince. Jay's got 12 in the game. The Nuggets have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Now here's Caruso. Not a lot of room. A 10.
They have to cheat literally to score on me. This should have been a steal and a fast break, and this is on the lowest difficulty. This is why I don't play it. Like, I would win on the higher difficulty, but you get cheated every possession this year. This should have been an easy steal. My hand's literally in the ball, and then the ball went through my arm a second time. They just blatantly cheat you this year. It's pretty bad. I see why a lot of people are just complaining about the game, but yeah. So my hand went to the ball, and then my arm went to the ball, and neither time did the ball pop out. But if I was on offense, if I was in Caruso's position, the ball would have popped out the first time it touched the hand. Right. Where did it touch my hand? It's like in my hand, and then it went through my arm. And then none of my teammates stepped up after they cheated. The ball went through my hand and arm.
Not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
It's pretty bad. I don't know why they
Back to Henderson.
just like they don't want people to have fun playing
Here's Jay.
some league, but
And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
I don't see how they expect people to have fun when they're literally shooting. Because even if it was balanced, it would be one thing, but it's not even balanced. Like that stuff only happens to you. It does not happen to the AI.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Shot left block. Jokic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Jokic getting up there to the rim. Teammates love to see him doing that.
Here's Jay. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Murray the pass to Caruso. Henderson against Murray. Launches a three. It's all in by the Trailblazers. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Well, there's some recent news, and now on the phone we go to Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, what's going on?
Thank you, Kevin. With the trade deadline nearing, the news tonight is about the Denver Nuggets. They were searching for a spark plug, so they went out and got Russell Westbrook. The former MVP is still one of the best athletes in this league, but they also acquired Westbrook for his leadership. He's a guy young players still look up to.
Once again, Shams, as always, Denver making a switch here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Jokic. Sharch comes in for Collins. Fields checked in for Alex Caruso. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Christian Brown.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Murray scanning the floor. This one for three. Jay with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 16. In the corner, it's Hunter. And again, it's Portland with the three.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Who's got ball?
Murray against Henderson. Lets it go from deep. Murray, no good. Blazers on offense. Henderson outside. Pass to Jay. There's the three. And again, it's Portland with the three.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And so it's Portland cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. We come back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes. Is here in the second. Jabari Walker is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Scoot Henderson. Then there's Jay, and it's Prince in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And that one is good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Jay gets...
This should have been another steal. My hand went right to the ball. Once again, cheated. My perimeter defense is at like 90-something too, and my steal is at like 60. Your hand goes to the ball, you still can't even get a steal.
The whistle that time. That's his first foul. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against Atlanta had a huge game. He scored an incredible number of points, and so much of that damage he does is from long range. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him, we'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
And Portland with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Jay, the pass to Henderson. From downtown, and he nails the three. Nice shot from beyond the arc there from Jay.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Back to Murray. And here's Collins from outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Collins has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Wow, how about that? Getting better and better from distance, John Collins with a nice shot there.
Jay, good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Murray kicks to Collins. Murray a screen on Walker.
Who's watching here?
Collins looking around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Henderson outside. Here's Jay. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Hey, look at yours, look at yours.
Brown, the pass to Jokic. Off target from 3-point range. The Trailblazers shooting 41% from the field here in the second. Here's Jay. And another 3 for Portland.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Murray. Can't hit from 12.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him. miss from there.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back right after this.
And with All-Star Weekend approaching quickly, here's an update on how the dunk contest contenders are shaping up. Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So, Kenny, as the point guard here, I want you to rank our handles. Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Portland Trail Blazers. And that's all for us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So out there for the Nuggets right now. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Alex Caruso out there with Collins, and it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. And Brent, you hear some players now having their shooting motion analyzed with optical recognition. More data for the shot doctors.
Well, Kevin, information is one thing, but disseminating that information and being able to communicate that to a player is really where the rubber meets the road. How are you going to help him grow with that kind of analysis?
It's deflected. And change shot, and it's good off the glass. Jokic has got 9 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage. Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do.
Yet another bucket.
And what a night he's having, piling up the points and making some history in the process.
That's right, he broke the tie. And now stands alone for third most 40-point games in NBA history.
And to overtake the great Kobe Bryant, one of the coldest, skillful scorers to ever lace him up, that is mighty impressive.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And the basket by Jay.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming. Out of the break. Outside Collins. Wembanyama against Jokic. Here's Brown. Scoreless thus far. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Nuggets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Alex Caruso. For Portland, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And that one's good by Henderson.
Part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
There's the pick. And here's Collins from outside. And another miss by Denver.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Jay. And another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, great outside shooting. Really fueling this run.
Murray, the pass to Collins. Inside, here's Westbrook. Jay with the rebound. Jay's got 8 rebounds in this game. 1:35 left to play in the third. Bangs home the trifecta.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Collins. Westbrook with it. Collins in the post. Working on Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Collins, a screen on Henderson. Wide open look here for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Sinks the three-pointer.
I mean, this guy is unreal. What a show.
The Nuggets have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Denver passing it around. The Nuggets with another miss.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Denver's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. To end the drought, the Trailblazers pull it in. Wembanyama's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And that one's good by Henderson.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Now Murray. And he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and...
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. Checked in for Portland. Denver's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. We've got DeAndre Hunter. Grant is out there with Jay. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the 4 slot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Jokic. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Jay, the pass to Hunter. Here's Jay. Hits it again. Wow. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
A wide open look here for Caruso. And again, Denver no good. Pass to Kamare. Here's Jay. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Caruso looking for an opening. And again, unable to change momentum here. To the right side. Jay connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Murray outside. Right side, Collins. Back to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3. Drops in the tray.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Trailblazers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jay.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Pass to Caruso. Knocked away. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jay. Again, what an avalanche.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Outside Collins. Pass to Murray. Back to Collins. Off target. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort.
That's what I'm talking about.